Awesome. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on to our Tuesday night event, What If? My name is Kyla, and you are in the right place. Whether you're logging in tonight live or you're watching this on a recording, you've been invited to watch this by someone who cares very much about you. We have some incredible stories to share to explain what we're all doing here and to hear some amazing stories about a business opportunity, a side hustle, playing on Facebook or social media game that we have that creates us all an amazing income. To join that, we have an incredible product range that has changed my life and my family's life and the lives of all of my customers, family, friends, everyone who has been brave enough to say yes and give it a go. So I'll be talking a little bit later about my story, but for now, I'm going to hand over to our beautiful friend Marit, and she's going to explain the products that have brought us all together. So I'll just pop you on Spotlight, Marit.
Hi everyone. So yes, my name is Marit. I am a mother of two beautiful kids and I'm a wife, and I'm also a massive whole food junkie. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity to share with you a little bit about the products and the program that has brought us all here together tonight. Now, I think I'm probably like most of you that I've seen just about every diet and fad under the sun over the last 20 or 30 years. And most of these involve calorie counting, restrictions, and as a result, there's a whole lot of anxiety that sort of has developed around food, which makes me feel quite sad because I'm really passionate about food. And that's why I was so excited when I came across our Juicy Body Transformation Program, or JBT as we like to call it, because really the purpose of this program is to cut out the deprivation, cut out the calorie counting, and bring back that love and the wisdom, I suppose, of whole foods, and bring some of that joy back into the kitchen. So I've got just one of the guides here. This is our original guide. There's a whole lot more available on Facebook. So we are primarily hosted through Facebook. There's over 20,000 people who have joined our mission so far to date. And in a nutshell, what it is hundreds of clean recipes. And what that basically means is minimal processed sugar, no wheat or dairy. And there's a lot of vegan and vegetarian options in this as well. So it's hundreds of clean eating, wholesome recipes. There are detox programs. There's an 8-week shred that's going on at the moment, which is amazing. There's a whole cookbook dedicated just for chocolate, which is amazing, and a whole lot of other stuff, which I don't really have time to go in for. But you name it, we've got it in our JBT program. And what I love about these is the recipes are really simple. So if you open our guide on any given page, you will find a list of, say, maybe 5 or 6 ingredients, and they're all ingredients that you know what they are. So you know where to find them, you can pronounce the name, and it's simple and family friendly, which is really important as a mum, as I'm sure a lot of you are. It's really important that you cook one meal for the whole family rather than doing a couple of different meals for the kids and a different meal for your husband. Now, along with this JBT program, we have a nutritional support product, which is called Juice Plus. And I have got this here. So this is our vegetable blend, the berry blend, and the fruit blend. Now, the purpose of these is certainly not to replace a healthy diet. That's what our JBT program is for. These guys are simply to supplement it and to bridge that gap, because even though, like I said, I'm a massive whole food junkie, we eat an organic whole food diet, 99.9% of the time. But even for me and my family, you get busy and you order takeaway, or you just get 2 serves of vegetables in any given day. And this is really to bridge that gap. I mean, and even for myself, eating such a good diet, I don't get 30 different types of fruits, vegetables, and berries every single day. I'm lucky if I get 10. So a little bit about these guys. They're picked at their peak ripeness, so they're allowed to ripen on the plant until they're perfectly ripe. And why that's so important is that means that they're at their peak nutritional value. So that means that all of the enzymes, the antioxidants are at their highest possible level. And then they go through a really gentle and slow process to remove all of the sugar and to remove all of the water. And then what you're left with is the enzymes the antioxidants, all the nutrients are still intact, which is really, really important. And then they're popped into a capsule to make them really convenient. And that's unlike a lot of the supplements you buy that are in a powdered form, which can actually be oxidated, which means they lose some of their nutritional value. Now, my story, I suppose, I started on these products, almost 2.5 years ago now. I had just had my second child, so I had a 3-year-old and a newborn baby, and I was feeling fairly flat, quite shit, to be honest. And I'm not a big fan of supplements. I've never really been into them. I'm all about whole foods, as I've mentioned, but I'd reached that point where I knew I needed something. I was tired and grumpy on a daily basis. My skin was terrible. All of those sorts of signs that I knew that I needed something else. And so I bit the bullet and I went to Chemist Warehouse and I had a look at some of the supplements and the vitamins and stuff like that on the shelf. And I got a bit of a fright, to be honest, because I picked up a couple of the containers and I read the back of them, as you do. And when I saw the label, I saw a warning label. Number one, it said not safe for breastfeeding or pregnant women. And I was breastfeeding at the time, but I thought, you know what, if it's not safe for pregnant and breastfeeding women, who is it actually safe for? And then I also looked at the ingredients list and I couldn't pronounce a lot of those things and I didn't know what they were. So I left Chemist Warehouse that day and I didn't buy anything. But it was literally a couple of days later that Juice Plus quite literally walked into my life, and I picked up the label and I saw something completely different. And I'm going to read one of the labels for you now. So this is our vegetable blend. So this is the ingredients list: carrot, parsley, broccoli, cabbage, kale, spinach, tomato. Now this reads as a food label because it is food. And the really important thing about this is that your body knows what to do with food. Obviously, just as you put an apple into your mouth, your body knows what to do with the apple in this or the parsley in this. Unlike a lot of synthetic supplements that you literally just wee out of your body. You eat $20 worth of supplements and you wee them out in some fancy bright disco wee. Now, our products are certainly not new. They've been around for over 25 years, and they're some of the most thoroughly researched products of their kind on the market. To date, there's over 35 peer-reviewed gold standard scientific journal articles that outline some of the benefits of these products. If you're into science stuff, all of that stuff is available. All of those studies are available. I'm not a big science head, but I have had a little bit of a look over, and some of the stuff that jumps, and that's really important because inflammation is basically the root cause of all disease. So by reducing inflammation in your body, you're reducing the chances of getting a lot of those diseases like, heart disease, cancers, all that kind of stuff. Now, we often refer to Juice Plus as the company with a heart for lots and lots of different reasons, but one of my favourite reasons is that we have something called Healthy Starts for Families. And what that means is for every adult order of these guys, you get to sponsor a child for free. And normally that is your child, or could be a grandchild or niece or nephew or a friend. And that means that they get free kids choose. So you get the goodness of the vegetable and berry blend. So that's 17 different fruits and vegetables, but they come in a really delicious little gummy, like a chewable gummy. My kids absolutely love them. It's the first thing they do when they wake up every morning. Now, along with this, we have a study. So at the start, when your child starts taking the products, you're asked to complete a survey, and then again at the end of 4 months, you're asked to complete the same survey. And some of the results are coming in. There's over 1.5 million participants worldwide, and some of the results show that kids are sleeping better, they're getting sick less, they're going to the doctor less, they're pooing better, all of that stuff that's important to us as mums, which is really special. And they're also eating more fruits and vegetables, which is amazing because on a cellular level, if you put more fruits and vegetables into your body naturally craves more of those. And that goes for the kids as well as the adults. One of our newest products is our Omega Blend. And this is pretty amazing because every single cell in your body needs omegas. They're especially good for your brain health, so for developing brains like kids and babies, for pregnant women, for older people whose brains have started to deteriorate a little bit, and also everyone in between. Really good for your joints, really good for brain health, like depression-wise, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. And what makes our omegas so special is that we've cut out that middle fish. So most of the time you'll find an omega blend is in a fish oil based tablet, and that's not great, number one, because a lot of the fish have got a lot of heavy metals and stuff like that in them, which is not actually great for your health. So we've cut out that middle fish and we've gone straight to the source of the omega, which is the algae. It's actually the algae that had the omega, which I didn't know before I got on these. And then we've combined it with a couple of other beautiful ingredients like raspberry oil, sea buckthorn, all that kind of good stuff. And my kids actually suck on these like lollies as well. They're quite tasty. Now, lucky last, the product I would love to quickly talk about are our vegan whole food shakes, which come in chocolate or vanilla. My kids and I have these every single morning for our breakfast, and we throw in a handful of spinach and kale, banana, zucchini, you name it, we kind of throw it in. And then we add one of these sachets, and they taste like a milkshake, literally taste like a milkshake. But I'm going to read a couple of the ingredients because the ingredients are very different from your traditional milkshake. So this has got pomegranate, spirulina, mushroom, broccoli, alfalfa, the list goes on and on and on. They are literally superfood sachets and they're super convenient. So like I said, we love them for breakfast. They're also really popular before people have a workout, so pre-workout or post-workout, and also for that 3 o'clock slump. You know, a lot of people I know reach for a chocolate muffin or another coffee or something like that that is not really going to serve their body. These are a perfect alternative. And also the weather is starting to warm up, and we love these as ice creams as well, frozen in ice creams as soon as the weather gets warm. Now, I could quite literally rabbit on about these products all night, but I would love to introduce the amazing Holly. And Holly's going to share a little bit about her experience on these products. So thank you, Holly.
Hi, thanks for letting me share tonight. So with the products, I've been on the products now for about 7 months. I use all the products, so the berry blend, the vegetable blend, the fruit blend, the omegas and the shakes. And yeah, my whole family uses them, so we love them. So going back to before I was on the products, I was working 5 days a week. I did lots of training in the gym. I do lots of comps and stuff. So I was getting up at 3 a.m, doing workouts in the gym, working 5 days a week. I've got 7 children. I was breastfeeding my youngest. And I would always come about 3 or 4 o'clock, get home from work, and I'd need to have a sleep just to get through the rest of the night, the dinner time and baths and whatnot. But yeah, since taking the products, that's probably the biggest thing I've noticed is how much more energy I've got. So I'm just getting through my days, no worries whatsoever. I'm still training, still in the gym training, still breastfeeding my youngest, still looking after all the kids. But I don't need to have a day's sleep anymore with my youngest when he's asleep. So I can make it through the day. And that's probably the biggest thing I've noticed with the products for myself. Also, my youngest, who's 3, he's probably my fussiest eater. All my other kids have been pretty good eaters, eat whatever's put in front of them, but he's always been probably the hardest, really fussy. Since he's been using the product, so he has the shakes every morning. I make up shakes every morning. The kids have them with their breakfast. And I put the capsules in the shakes as well. So they're getting those as well. And he's now eats anything. He'll, you know, at dinner time, he'll eat all his veggies first. That'll be the first thing gone off his plate. And you don't have to bribe him. So it's good. He's, yeah, definitely less fussy now, which is great. Really, really good. And also too with just the older kids, I find with my younger children, you know what they're eating, you're making their food, you know, packing their lunches, you're with them all day, so you know what they're eating. But with the older ones, you know, they're going off to school with packed lunches, but who knows what they're eating when they get there, and friends on the weekends, they're at their friends' places or going out for dinner. So it's, you know, peace of mind knowing that they're getting that into their body without having to keep track of every little thing they're eating, you know, otherwise. So that's really good too, that they can, that I know that they're getting that extra stuff, without knowing what they're eating all the time. And my husband too, I got my husband onto the products. He was a bit skeptical at first. He was sort of like, what are these tablets that you know, got me on and wanting me to take? And so I would just pack a little container with the capsules into his lunch every day that he'd take to work, and he would take them. And it was probably only 6 weeks or so after taking them, and he noticed himself the change. He would, you know, he said, I'm just sleeping so much better, and he's in a really high pressured job. So he works massive hours under lots of stress, and he just sort of said, I'm nowhere near as stressed as I was before, and I'm sleeping better, and that's probably helping with the stress as well. And he was just, I think just fueling his body good. So that helped a lot too with his stresses and sleeping pattern and stuff with his job. So, I think we'll continue on the products forever. I think they're amazing, and definitely noticed the benefits with all my children, my husband and myself. So yeah, it's been amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Holly. What a story. You know what I think I love most about these products is that they're for the whole family. They're so good for mums, like in terms of energy, and they help with eating, they help with sleeping, they help with the whole thing. So it's awesome, especially with 7 kids. You need all the help you can get.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, we are now going to hand over to Dani, who is going to share her story. So thank you, Dani.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Kyla just sprung this on me, so I'm sorry. I get very nervous talking in front of people, but I am excited to do my product share. Like you, Holly, my husband is probably the biggest fan of these products other than myself. So at the start, when I first got onto Juice Plus, he was a little bit skeptical, but also wanted to support what I was getting into. He usually kind of goes with everything that I tell him to go with. And now I can't get him to shut up about telling everyone how awesome the products are. So he's definitely my biggest fan. Juice Plus came into my life 3 years ago by a beautiful lady called Erin, who I first heard about them. And at the time I didn't take up the products. I sort of listened to everything, and even though they resonated with me, there were other things going on in my life where I thought I had a really amazing diet, and I was pretty much almost vegan and eating whole foods every single day, many of them. So I let it go, and it was also the business I was looking at the same time. And then about 5 months ago, my good friend Bree, I saw a post that she had about getting her first order of whole food capsules, and I just had to know what it was. And it was Juice Plus, and I was just immediately ready to sign up because I had done so much research on the product, and I had stalked Erin for 3 years as well. So it was a no-brainer for me. And since being on the product, something I don't share with everybody, but I have like chronic fatigue and a lot of inflammation in my body from having breast implants for the last 7 years. And since I've been on all of the products, so I take the capsules, I take the fruit and vegetable, I take the mixed berries and the shakes, I'm able to get through my day without absolutely dying at 3 o'clock. So before I was on these, it's been a steady decrease in my energy, but before being on these around 3 p.m. every day, it's like I turned into an 80-year-old woman, and I had no energy. I used to detest playing with my kids. It was like, oh my God, just leave me alone. I have 2 children, a 4-year-old girl and a 20-month-old boy. And I was exhausted. And I just knew that these capsules were going to do something great to me. I understand about whole foods. I understand how when you're nutrient deficient and don't have the energy that, when you're nutrient deficient, you don't have the energy. And it just made sense for me to be putting, over 30 different fruits, vegetables and berries into my body every day. And as soon as I started doing that, within literally one day, I had a massive increase in energy. And now, being on them for 4 months, I'm able to stay up to like 9 and 10 o'clock, which was unheard of before. And I just love them. I will never stop taking them. And they've completely changed my life. And this business has changed my life as well. So
amazing. That's such a beautiful share. And thank you so much for saying yes when I totally put you on the spot. But, it's really awesome for us to hear your story. You've never shared that with even me before. So, one of the reasons I love these events is just hearing the stories of the women that we work with every day and hearing what the products have done for them, because it just blows my mind to hear all of the incredible stories about what these products can do. We could talk about the products all night, because I'm sure half the people on here tonight already have an amazing product story. I know I could talk for days about what it's done for my family and myself, but it's time to switch gears a little bit and talk about the business side of things. Now, we're going to have Tina and Nat sharing their stories really, really soon. But before they share, we're going to introduce Brianna, and she's going to talk to us all a little bit about some of the concerns that pretty much everyone has when they look at a business like this. And I'm sure if you're logging in to support Tina or Nat, or someone shared this link with you, you're probably wondering what in God's name your friend has gotten themselves into. So Brianna's just going to alleviate some of those concerns for you before we jump over to our amazing launches. So Brianna, I will just spotlight you now. Thanks, baby.
Hi guys. As you've heard, yes, I'm Brianna. And I'm here to talk a bit about the business and hopefully build a bit of clarity around that. My background is from a traditional business. My husband has a fundraising and marketing company. So I've been working in that business for about 13 years now. So I don't feel old enough to be working there for that long, but yes, it's been 13 years. I'm just going to draw this on the board here. Hopefully you can see. Like most other businesses, how that works is I started down here, down the bottom. 13 years ago, I started down the bottom. I wasn't with my husband then, so yes, I had to start down the bottom. And then there's not too many layers because it is a smaller company. But being young when I first started, just before actually 20, a few years before that, I, made a lot of friends, and unfortunately the way it is that we had to, you sort of almost had to fight for promotion. So I was able to do that. I was actually able to make my way up here. My husband's here. He's the director. And I was able to make my way up to a senior management position. It didn't come easy. I had to work really hard for it, but I love it. It's a company that represents non-for-profits, making a huge difference in the world. So it's a big part of my passion, and certainly for my husband as well. So along this journey, obviously I got together with my now husband. So when I made it to the senior management position, it actually took me about 6 to 7 years to get there. So it wasn't quick by any means, because I had to, go from one level to the next. And, I had to wait for people to leave their positions, but I made it there in the end. And when I got there, the difficult thing was that I was trading time for money. I was working about 55 to 60 hours a week. It was definitely a challenge. And I was getting well rewarded. It's a beautiful company that, supports all their employees. It's like a big family. But I was there most days, weekends, getting home really late, and then coming back there really early in the morning. So then I really didn't have a lot of time to do what I really wanted to do. So, so, you know, I knew that we were planning to start a family, and I knew that my priorities would change. And, you know, I didn't want to be working those long hours, and I didn't want to be trading time for money. So I now have a nearly 2-year-old, 21-month-old little girl, Lola. And I still actually work in my husband's company, but just on a casual basis because it is my, you know, family business. But when I came across the Juice Plus company about 4 months ago now, I'd never seen anything like it. The model, the business model, is really brilliant. No more trading time for money at all. And I just want to show you a bit about if this actually works. I'm not sure that it will. I just want to quickly show you how the Juice Plus business works. So I'm just going to hold this here if we can see. So like anything else, like every other business, I started at the bottom here as a virtual franchisee. And there's a few different layers here as well, like any other business. And the top position is NMD, CEO equivalent. What's really brilliant about this, it's not just one person at the very top, like most other businesses. There is unlimited positions at that NMD level. So within the 3 months that I've been in the business, I have actually reached 3 promotions, which have been amazing. And my ultimate goal is to get to this point. So I must be about here, and I want to get to NMD. And I want to get there by next year, and I feel that I'm going to do that. What's really wonderful is that, you know, this business suits people where they're at. So there's some people that love the products, and, you know, I'm a massive lover of it. And I actually came into the business initially thinking that if I could just get my products cheaper or for free, I'll be happy, not realizing the potential at that time. So that's how I came into it. And there's many people that are like that. So they might just want to hang around here, get their products cheaper or for free, and get a few $100s each month. And, you know, that's great. They'll be supported where they're at. Then there's other people that are, you know, wanting to make this a full-time gig, and they might be around here and, you know, earning $5,000 to $6,000 a month. And that's wonderful as well. Then there's other people like myself who want to give it their all and make it to the very top NMD. And there's literally thousands of people at NMD level. We're not fighting for the same position. There's unlimited positions there. So, you know, it's very equal. You know, you can't, no one can just come in straight at NMD. You have to start from the bottom all the way up. It's very even and fair. So, and what I love as well is because it's no competition, you actually, to succeed, you need to help other people. We can only succeed in this business by helping other people. So I love that, and that's what I'm all about. That's what my mission is all about as well. So yeah, that's why I love you know, the Juice Plus business. A misconception that I did have, I don't think this is going to work, I might have to turn it around. The misconception that I did have when I got into the business was that I didn't know enough people, you know, to be able to get involved into something like this. What I did know, though, is that this is all about networking and you know, communicating with people and helping people. So I'll tell you how I got into the business. I met the beautiful Kyla, as you've heard her speak, at a cafe. So I didn't know Kyla before. Literally, we're just having a conversation with my friends. We were at a vegan cafe. She happened to overhear my conversation, and we connected. And you know, connected. She has 2 gorgeous little children. I have 1 similar age. And then we just started following each other on social media. And over the course of 5 months, I'd say, I saw Kyla, let's put Kyla here. I saw Kyla running around doing 5 to 10K runs every morning with her 2 kids in a double pram, while I was absolutely exhausted with only 1 child and not knowing how she had that energy. In the end, we caught up after, as I say, 5 months or so, and I had to ask what her secret was, and it was Juice Plus. So I did a lot of research, loved the products, and pretty much at the same time got into the business as well because I wanted to get my products cheaper or for free. So I didn't know Kyla before, but there you go. There's me into the business. And, you know, that's the same with what, you know, Kyla has many people in her business that she's just met along the way. And this is how it's also happened for me. So for me, my first customer actually was Dani. And Dani and I knew each other from about 10 or 12 years ago. So, you know, we've since become very good friends. But, you know, as she mentioned, she just saw me share on social media how excited I was to get my magic beans, and she became my first customer. She also then became my first teamie. Again, she's got 2 young children. You know, health is definitely her passion, and the business just made sense to her. I then also signed up another girl, Grace. Now, Grace joined the mission. She has a lot of health conditions, and she'd also heard about Juice Plus before, and thought it was time that she got in the business. I am not good friends with Grace, but again, social media connects you with people that you forget you're even connected. But it's amazing the power of social media. And then I also actually along the way met this gorgeous girl, Tina, through another friend. So I met Tina only about 2 months ago, I would say. And, you know, she was very excited to hear about what I was doing because she's a mama of a gorgeous little girl, just a little bit younger than Lola. And she decided that she wanted more energy and better health as well. And then also she shared with her family and friends, and she signed up Nat. Now, this has happened a lot. And then, you know, what keeps happening is, you know, Dani signed up Danica, a girl she knew from years ago. She's also a mama with a sick young daughter. And then we just keep meeting people at cafes, at parks, and this is how it happens. You know, we don't actually have to sign up our whole family or our closest friends to the business to make it work. It works just by having fun and living the mission. And that's exactly what we're doing. For me, I don't even know how I've achieved 3 promotions in the business because I'm just having fun, you know, living health, living my life and inspiring people. And that's what it's all about. It's about helping people. So, you know, I'm often at a park or a play centre and I'm connecting with people and they go, hey, what are you doing? You know, you working from your phone, or why have you got so much energy? And this is all how it happens. So, you know, the business makes sense and the products work. And that's, you know, just really how it works and how easy it's been for us. And I'm so grateful and so excited for the future. You know, NMD next year, because that means I'm going to be helping so many more people and I can say yes to more things in my family and in my life, what we want to do. So I hope that gives some clarity for you guys.
Amazing, babe. Thank you so much. That was such a brilliant share and an awesome explanation as to how it all works. And it really does, like, when you're just living the mission, just loving on the products, just out and about, you know, feeling fantastic and working from the park or the beach, people just want to know, how are you creating a life like this? And the business just grows so organically. So I'm very excited for what you're creating and for what everyone else is creating on this call here today. And now I'm super excited to introduce our first launcher, a wonderful girl who has said yes and given it a red hot go. So I'm going to hand over to Natalie. I will just spotlight you and bring you, I'll unmute you as well. And if you could tell everyone tonight how Juice Plus came into your life and why you thought you'd give it a go and what you're excited about creating as well.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. And I just want to say also a big thank you to my friend Georgia, who's online with us tonight. Thank you so much. So my name's Natalie. I'm a theatre nurse and I've been a theatre nurse for the last 6 years. So Juice Plus, I came across the business side of things and also the product through my friend Bree, who then my friend and through our connection Tina also followed as well, which was really great and just so exciting that we all sort of got involved in it. And I just love the idea of just helping, people, because that's what I'm passionate about. I'm a nurse. That's why I did the job I did. And also, I just really felt like I was lacking a lot of energy, and everyone kept saying, oh, but you've just had a baby, and you had a traumatic birth, and I did have a very traumatic time with him as well. So it's just a bit emotional for me. So yeah, I was just really sort of not feeling myself, and just in a place where I just thought it's not the Nat that I know. So I just kept seeing Bree's post, and I'm like, what are you doing? I just need this energy. Like, I was trying to hit the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and sometimes I'd sort of be in bed and I'm like, I don't even want to train. Like, I just don't feel like I want to do that. So anyway, so then I started on Juice Plus about it's been about a good month now, and already it's amazing. Like I said to Bree, I don't know if this is strange, but I'm already feeling more energetic, and it's like day 2. And she said, oh, don't stress. She goes, I was exactly the same. So I couldn't actually believe how much more energy I had, and also how much it's actually, even for my little one, how easy it is just to get him such a good nutrition from such a good age, that he's young now, which is the most important for his development. And yeah, it's just such a great product, and just knowing that, from now we can sort of eat well and try and incorporate something that's just like, in a capsule, just so easy, rather than trying to get, the recommended serves, which I knew 100%, even the days that I was training and trying to eat really, really well, I definitely was not getting those recommended serves, even as hard as I was trying to eat like really particular and whole foods and things like that. So sorry guys, I'm like trying to think what else I need to add in here now. So my biggest concern was just for my little one to be eating really well and to have a really good nutrition base from a young age. And also because he also has a condition, he's got low muscle tone. So I thought, what, if he's getting all this amazing, fruit, veggies and berries into his body, well, then that's obviously going to give him energy to, reach his milestones and do everything that he needs to do, which I have definitely seen. I find also with myself, my headaches have gotten better, and I actually didn't realize that until I went to an event on Saturday and someone mentioned it. I'm like, oh, actually, my headaches have actually gotten better. And I used to suffer from vertigo when I was younger too, which now it's just become sort of really bad migraines here and there. But yeah, that's all gotten really better. So that's another positive from the product. And again, just I just finding so much benefits with just.
Oh, where did she go? Has everyone else lost Nat, or is it just me? Give me a thumbs up if we've lost Nat. It is. Oh no, I was really loving her share. I'm devastated. She had me in tears. It was not good. I'm sure someone's just called her phone or something like that. So maybe we can get her to finish off the rest of her share when she comes back. Oh, that's such a shame. Yep, she's vanished. All right, cool. Sorry. So I guess I'll hand over to our next launcher, Tina. And Tina, I'm really excited for you, babe. Oh, her phone's died. Oh, no. Right, I'll hand over to Tina. Tina can tell you all a little bit about how the business came into her life and what she's looking forward to creating with this amazing business. And when she's finished, I am going to explain all of the amazing bonuses that these girls have up for grabs. So, Tina, bring yourself off mute, babe.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Nat's in the next room and her phone died, so she can continue later as well if you like. Thanks everyone for coming on. My name's Tina. Nat, do you want to sit in there? Yeah. Oh, okay. She wants to hear it as well. Sorry. Unexpected visitor this evening. So hi, my name's Tina. I am a mother of an 18-month-old. Sorry, that's better. I became friends with Brianna a couple of months ago through my friend Natalie. And basically, it's very similar to what Brianna says about Kyla. I was looking at her posts on Instagram, and, you know, she was always so positive and energetic, and she was always out and about, you know, with her child. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I've stopped breastfeeding my baby for like the last 2 months, and I still can't get energy. And I've just, you know, I was having 3 coffees a day, and I was still having naps throughout the day and just feeling so crap. And I just so you know, after you have that coffee fix and you feel all good, and then after you just crash, well, I was crashing tenfold, and I would be falling asleep on the couch by about 8:30. So after my daughter Tatiana would go to sleep, John and I wouldn't be spending any time together because I was just exhausted from the day. Basically, since Tatiana was born, there's just been like a shift in me. I've just wanted to be a lot healthier, obviously for her, also for my godson, which is Natalie's son. We want to be, you know, good role models for them. Basically, you know, lead by example, not to, you know, eat bad food and put bad food into us, and then not letting the kids, you know, have the same thing. So yeah, basically, I just wanted to be a really good role model for my daughter and for my for my godson. Sorry, Nat. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
Doing good, babe.
Yeah, and then basically, I asked Bree what she was doing. Bree basically said that she's been taking these whole food capsules, and I was like, okay, get me onto that. I didn't even hesitate. I was like, yeah, anything to, you know, get myself back on track and not so exhausted. And 6 weeks later, I've got heaps more energy. I mean, I'm messaging sometimes the girls at, you know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, like midnight, and I'm still up. And then I get up early for the little one. And I've just got loads of energy. I can, you know, go through my day with her. And bonus, my hair is getting thicker and shinier. And I don't have hair all over the place anymore. So my husband used to complain that my hair was all over the place, and now I don't. I can pull it out, and it's like hardly nothing comes out. So I'm seeing the benefits already. And I know that there's going to be loads more. Like, I've literally only been on the products for about 6 months, but I'm loving it so far. And then after Bree had gotten back from a conference in Perth, she approached me and basically said, you know, do you want to get the products for cheaper or even for free? And I was like, oh yeah, you know, why not? Not thinking anything really of it, not thinking of the business side of it. I was actually very skeptical about it. I thought, oh, it's just one of those, you know, pyramid schemes. We're just going to be on the bottom, and then everyone on the top is going to be making all the money, and like, what's and then Zoom conference calls like this one, and then went to an event which I think really changed my outlook on a lot of things. The Bay in Mordialloc on a Wednesday night, and then yeah, just from there I started, you know, posting more on Instagram. I was a little bit I didn't feel very comfortable posting up beforehand, but I thought, you know, I'm just going to post and be myself and be honest about the way I'm feeling and what, you know, that whole thing's about. That's what I'm looking about it. Everyone's just, you know, honest about their stories, and I thought if I can just help 1 or 2 people, then I'll be wrapped. So that's my ultimate thing. I've always wanted to help people. I've always been a very giving person. So yeah, so just from that, I got a few people, a few customers, and I even got a message from one of my customers today saying that her eczema is getting a lot better already. She's only been on the products a week. So yeah, just hearing stuff like that, it just makes my day. Like, I really love it. And yeah, that's just my passion, just, you know, helping people, and I just want to continue to do that. So yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Amazing. It's a beautiful show. Congratulations. Such a wonderful launch and such a beautiful story. And it really is. This business is so amazing to get messages from our customers talking about the benefits that they've noticed in starting on the products, and to get messages from the women that we're helping in this business as well create a life for themselves that's better than they ever imagined. You know, getting messages from girls saying, I'm resigning from my job, or I'm getting to be the mum I want to be, I have more energy to play with my children. It is honestly the best feeling in the world. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how we get paid now. And we get paid in so many different ways. It's really quite complicated. So I'll try and give you the basic nuts and bolts, or the exciting part, the bonuses. So this business actually came into my life nearly 3 years ago now. When I found this business, I was a anxious, stressed, snappy, emotional wreck of a mum. I was working from home doing some business development because I couldn't bring myself to go back to my corporate role of a senior manager within a recruitment company. I had 3 offices. So I was doing BD from home, which I thought was awesome because I was getting to be the work-at-home mum that I decided I wanted to be after I had children. But not all work from home is created equal. I was having to snap at my beautiful little daughter who just wanted her mum to play with her. I was having to tell her to go away and to shush because I couldn't cold call companies with her sitting next to me playing the trampoline. Oh my goodness, the musical instruments in our house. And it killed me. Her little eyes, her heart would break, and I could see that. And that was just not the mum that I wanted to be. So the one thing I love, well, many things I love about Juice Plus is when we get paid in 3 different ways. We get paid retail, so every time a box of product is shipped out to the customer. We also get paid commission. Now, I can't even explain the commission streams to you because it's so complicated. And we get paid bonuses. Now, I can tell you that when I worked in corporate, I got paid. There were bonuses, but they didn't always get paid. Sometimes they changed the parameters, and sometimes you just never ended up getting them. So I really found that bonuses were quite unreliable in the corporate world. Juice Plus is completely the opposite. So this is a little diagram as to the different levels within our businesses and the bonus money that is attached to these positions. So you can see here, when you start in the company, you start at the DVF level, and automatically within, your first 10 days, just by helping, a couple of people get their first product, you're looking at around $100 bonus. As the levels climb up to NMD, they increase quite significantly: 400, 600, 1200, 1500, and 3000. Now, the coolest thing about these bonuses is that they are unlimited. You can have as many people in your company get these bonuses at the same time, and you're going to get a teacher bonus for helping every single person in your business get there. So I love that about this company. We also have a rule that if you get a bonus yourself, you have to spend that money on yourself, because as mamas, as women, we're all too easily spending money on our children and not ourselves. I bet all of us on the call have underwear with holes in them or socks with holes in them, and that is okay as long as our children have the best designer clothes out there.
It's difficult, that.
So the Juice Plus rules are you must spend bonus money on yourself. The other thing with this is that you get teacher bonuses as well. So as Brianna said, we only climb the ranks in the company by helping other people. So for example, when you get to SC and you pick up a $600 bonus, you will have helped 2 other girls get to SDVF, which means you're picking up a $600 bonus for yourself, and you're picking up 2 teacher bonuses, normally at around $400 each. So that's a month of $1,400 in bonuses alone up for grabs. Now, as I said, these are unlimited. The sky is the limits. You can create an amazing income just from bonuses, and that doesn't even include your retail and commission that's up for grabs as well. So this business has changed my life. I am at the NMD level within our company. I got there in 15 months within our business. I resigned from the job that I was on mat leave from within 4 months, and I truly own my own life now. I probably work 10 hours a week at my desk, maybe. The rest of the time I am working from my phone, from the park, from the beach, from the cafes, always with my children by my side, designing my own life, saying yes when I want to say yes. And if I want to be mum and I just want to kick it with my children, then that's what I do. So I encourage you all, to ask yourself what if, like I did. What if this actually works? What if this isn't a pyramid scheme? What if these products could change your life, help you with more energy, help your children get better nutrition into their body? What if this little side hustle business could be a game changer for you, could allow you to retire, could allow you to work from home around your children?
Don't have a
If any of this information tonight has piqued your interest or got you curious, please reach out to the person who asked you to look at this opportunity. We're here every Tuesday night. I would love to answer any questions that you have. So please come back next week or send someone a message and ask them for more information. Once again, I just want to congratulate our launchers, Tina and Nat. You've done an amazing job, girls, and I'm so excited at what you're creating with your businesses. I know it's going to give you the life that you want to have for your children and your families, and I'm really, really excited to link arms with you and help you create that as well. And thanks to all our other sharers for logging on tonight. Have a wonderful evening, babes, and we will see you all next week.